Hi. So today I'm just gonna talk about myself. Peep, my dog, she's cute. So my name is Autumn Stoutinger. I'm 20 years old. I'm gonna be 21 this year. I'm excited, even though I probably won't be drinking a lot. But I just want to get into it. So growing up was hard for me. I had a lot of movement with my family multiple times. I've moved at least 6 to 7 houses, I want to say, within like 7 years. That was a little rough, but I figured it out. I went from Phoenix to Fulton and stayed in Fulton pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my Phoenix life because I loved Phoenix so much and I miss all of my friends that were there. So in Phoenix, I was there from 5th to 7th grade or 8th grade. I was there from that. I had a lot of friends, you know. I was very outgoing. I like to hang out with people. I like to show my true self, you know, all that good stuff. And then 8th grade, I had to move to Fulton because of some things that had happened with the house that I was living at the time. So yeah, moving to Fulton was hard because I went from everybody knowing me to only 1 or 2 people knowing who I actually was. So that was really rough because, like I said, I was really outgoing and talkative, and then when I moved to Fulton, I was not. I was shy, you know, I hid in my shell. I didn't show my true self. It took forever for me to make friends. I made friends. At the time, I didn't realize that they weren't really my true friends until high school hit. I started to get bullied a lot in high school. I know it wasn't like a really big bully, like I wouldn't be getting like pushed into lockers or any of that stuff, but I would get called names, and I wouldn't know why, but I think it just has to do with the fact that when I was 13 I fell for a guy when I shouldn't have, and things went downhill from there. To this day, whenever I see that guy, I go back to those memories and my stomach drops and I want to hide in my shell. So yeah, so that guy really screwed me up. And the people that watch this probably know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name because to me that's not right, just saying people's names. So throughout high school, it was rough. I would go back and forth in between the same friends, you know. I didn't realize that my friends were toxic until about 11th grade when things really hit the bed. You know, it was rough. I don't know how else to explain it except for that. It was rough. When I graduated, I tried out college. It didn't work. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I still actually don't know what I want to do. So there's that. But yes. And then after high school and after college, I was in a rut for about 2 years until I got out on my own and moved into this wonderful home of mine and Mark's. Me and Mark actually lived together. We've been together for about 6 years. Actually, it was 6 years in January. So there's that. And we have a wedding coming up soon, so that's also awesome. So yeah. Ever since I moved here, which was like last May, at first it was hard to kind of get used to it. I was like, wow, living on my own is kind of hard, you know? Like, I don't have anybody to talk to. I'm alone all the time because Mark works nights and he sleeps during the day, so that was rough at first, but I got used to it. I had a lot of mental breakdowns at night because I felt completely alone and I didn't reach out to anybody because I knew that people wouldn't want to listen to me because I don't really have any friends that actually care enough to listen to my problems that I go through. Yeah, so there was that. I took on drinking. I drank a lot, but I wasn't like addicted to it like people I know. But yeah, so there's that. And then just recently I started seeing a therapist in August, and ever since I started seeing her, I've really changed everything, that how I see things. It took about a month and a half to actually realize like what I was doing wrong and how I get out of it and all this other stuff. So therapist really helped me, and she still helps me to this day, so I'm thankful for that. I've learned a lot from my therapist. I've learned just that, you know, I had a rough life, and I know a lot of people are like, you didn't really have it rough, but I did have a rough life. I didn't get the attention that I needed when I was younger, so that screwed me up a little bit. But yes, so my steps were basically just to lean off of alcohol, which I did, because that was a negative thing, and having negative things like that to rely on is not a good thing at all. But I know it's hard for people that are addicted to it to realize it, because it numbs their pain, and it just basically numbs the pain and makes them feel better because they can't feel anything. So there's that. Also, I took up on drinking water. Drinking water was a big difference, because I would drink soda all the time, and soda is unhealthy, like really unhealthy. I know everybody's like, well, I don't believe that, but it's true. It's extremely unhealthy for you guys. It has a lot of sugar in it, and people drink the diet soda, which is bad too. I know people are like, but it's diet, and it's like, no, diet has a lot more sugar in it too, than actual regular soda, I believe is what I've read, or something. It has something more than regular soda that is bad. So there's that. So I stopped drinking soda completely. And then the next step after that was remove toxic people from my life. I pretty much separated myself from certain people who I thought were holding me back and not helping me move forward, who were basically saying that, you know, I don't know how to explain like how I knew the people that were doing it, but there's that. And then after that, getting rid of the toxic people, I started focusing on myself, and it felt a lot better, and I didn't post about it for a while, but then I started posting about it, and people started to get like, really, you've done this and you haven't told anybody, you know, like started to get greedy because I wasn't showing everybody what was going on. So there's that. So I got held back a little bit after that, but I ended up moving on, and I'm still continue to drink water, and I try to go to the gym as much as I can, which is difficult for me because I've never done it before. You know, changing your whole lifestyle is hard, so don't let somebody fool you and tell you that it isn't, because it's extremely hard. I've had relapses. I've drank soda a couple times when I shouldn't have, because it really started to hurt me, which is weird, but it started to hurt like my stomach after not drinking it for so long. So I only tried it once, and I was like, never again, because like, no, that's not me. So water. And then they were like, well, why don't you drink like juices and stuff? And I'm like, well, juices don't hurt me, but I know they're unhealthy, so like I need to lean off of that too. So now I just stick to tea and water. I drink half and half, or I do drink sweet tea, which is unhealthy. I've been trying to lean to unsweetened tea, which is actually not as bad as I used to think, but yeah, there's that. So yes, I'm also, after this, I also am working on moving on from things that have hurt me. You know, sticking up for myself is a major thing that I need to do. I figured out boundaries with people, so when I have enough, I don't know how to say it, but when I so yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but boundaries are basically just keeping yourself away from people, and if you're around them, you know, protect yourself and don't let them bring you down, pretty much is what a boundary is, and that's the easiest way to explain it. I still do have negative people in my life, you know. I rely on a lot of people, but I don't really get responses when I rely on these people. So I'm trying to lean away from that and just kind of just rely on myself and my fiance and my family and that good stuff. But it's kind of hard because I used to love all the attention and now I fucking hate it. Like, don't look at me, you know. If you're looking at me, you're noticing something and I don't want to be noticed kind of deal. So there's that, but I'm really trying. It's hard. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but it's hard, and eventually one day you'll wake up and you'll have an epiphany, which is basically just a change of lifestyle. You'll wake up one day and be like, whoa, I'm doing this wrong. I need to fix this. And when you guys do, if you guys are planning on changing, it's gonna be hard at first, I can tell you that, but you'll get through it, and you have support systems. I know it may not seem like it at first, but you do. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna end it because this is like a really long video. So yeah, bye.